So just come to a comfortable seated position. If it's available to you to sit on top of a cushion, do that. So we'll do a seated meditation to ground the body down, and then we'll start on our back. So for now, just find a comfortable seat and close your eyes. And take your attention to the base of your spine. Start to get heavy onto your sit bones. As you inhale, start to grow tall. As you exhale, roll your shoulders back, draw the chin in and downwards a little bit. Let your spine be tall, broad chest, wide shoulders. Invite your attention just to your breath. Notice the movement it creates, the ebb and flow of your breath. If you can relax the muscles in your face by parting your jaw, relaxing your eyes a little bit more, please do so. Keep your breath flowing. Notice the quality of it, whether it's a shallow breath to your chest or a deep breath into your belly. Just notice, don't change it. And see if the air is passing through one nostril as it goes in, or both nostrils. Start to deepen your inhales all the way down your belly. Slow and elongate your exhales. Breathe in deeply, slowly. Pull the air all the way down your belly. Breathe out slowly, constricting the base of your throat. Your breath is audible. A couple of more breaths like that. Deep, slow, long breaths, conscious breaths. Introduce a pause in between the inhales and the exhales on the next 3 breaths. So inhale fully, feel the air brush against your breathing tube, and hold your breath at the top of the inhale. Exhale, empty. Hold your breath at the bottom of the exhale. 2 more, breath in. Fill your belly up first, then your chest and your rib cage expands, your shoulders rise up, but relax the shoulders, hold. Exhale, empty, draw the belly in, hold. Last one, breath in, fill up. Hold your breath. Exhale, let it go. Slowly flutter your eyes open, let your breath flow. Draw your right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, lift up, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, lift up, right ear, right shoulder. Hold it there, place your hand on top of your left ear, and your left hand could just go under your bum, or it could walk out just to create a little bit of more extension here. Aim your chin towards the armpit, look down. Take your hand to the back of your head, draw your chin in towards your throat, keep your spine tall. Remove your hand, lift your chin, come back up, come back to center. Go for the other side of the stretch. Keep the spine tall. Aim your chin towards the armpit. Chin goes inwards towards the throat. Keep the spine tall. Remove your hand, lift your chin up, come back to center. Take your chin towards the right shoulder, look to the right, half circle, look down. Lift your chin up, left. Look down, half circle. Lift your chin up. Back to center. Lift your chin up high. Let your head be heavy towards the back. Half circle your head to the right. Half circle your head to the left. If it feels good, do it one more time. And then come back to center. Take your hands on top of your shoulders and get your elbows to touch. We're moving down from the neck to the shoulders. So shoulder blades back and down. Draw your lower ribs in and start to lift your elbows as high as they would go. Once they cannot touch the shoulders, then you release them. Reach the elbows up. Take them back, round, come forward. Again, they touch, lift up. This time, lift your chin up, look up, open through the heart, back. This time, round, draw the chin in. So movement with the arm and the chest. Lift up, inhale, exhale, round. One more time. And exhale. Can you switch the movement? So the arms go back, up, forward, and round. 2 more times. One more time. And round, come back to center. Shake them off. And take your hands in front of you, connect your pinkies. Right? So we're gonna do a little bit of more shoulder work here. Inhale, reach out. So without moving your wrist, go as far as you can. Then aim your palms out. Make a big circle. Now your hands are behind you, your palms are open. Come forward. Again, reach out. Your palms open towards the ceiling. You come on back. Again, your pinkies touch. You reach out. One more time like this. You go all the way back as far as you can. Then rotate from the shoulders. Open, make a big circle. Your pinkies touch again. So now this time we go opposite side. So we go first, back, palms open, shoulders rotate, your palms reach towards the ceiling. You come on back, pinkies connect. Yeah? One more time. So reach back, your palms are facing down, go as far as you can, then rotate the shoulders open, come on forward. Your palms open, pinkies touch. Let it go. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. So a little bit of more shoulder work. Connect your palms, elbows together. Shoulders draw back. Keep the elbows connected and your palms are in front of you. Imagine there's something in between your elbows. You're holding a piece of paper. Open your palms away from each other as far as they would go. Bring them back. 2 more like that. Inhale, open, hold your breath. Exhale, bring it back. One last one. Hold, hold, hold. Squeeze the elbows. Exhale, bring everything together. Squeeze your palms, your elbows together, shoulders back. Shake it up. All right. Take your arms in front of you. Make a fist. Just circle your wrists. Other way. Up and down. And shake off. So we're going to add a bit of a twist. So we're moving down the spine. Inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, your right arm comes forward, your left arm goes back. Twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Other side. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. This time we're gonna stay. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, twist your hand, your right hand outside of your thigh, your left hand just behind you or to the base of your spine. Breath in again here. As you exhale, twist further. One last breath here. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, release your hands on top of your knees. So grab onto your knees. On the inhale, lift the chest, look up, your chin lifts. On the exhale, round, draw the chin in. One more time, breath in, lift up. Exhale, round. Neutral spine, we're gonna go onto all fours. So table top. You can use your blanket under your knees. Make a bit of a cushion, palms under shoulders. Spread your fingers apart so you're taking as much surface under your hands as possible. Your foundation is strong. On your inhale, belly goes down. You look up, tailbone up. On your exhale, round. Inhale, belly goes down. Lift your chest, look up. Exhale, round. So 4 more like that. Or 4 all together. Basically, you got 2 more breaths, 2 more cat-cows. Last one. And round. Neutral spine. Come on down to your forearms. Walk the knees back so your knees are still on that cushiony thing. So your knees are behind your hips. You can walk your hands more forward. You're sticking your bum up. There's an extension to your heart. You can place your heart down. If you have a pillow to place under your chest, do so. If you have the bolster to place your arms on top and rest your forehead, do so. We're going to stay here for about 10 breaths. So keep your breath flowing. This extension creates space in front of your body, specifically for your lungs. So your lungs could expand and take in more oxygen. So there will be more oxygen for in your blood flow, for your organs to work better. You got 5 more breaths here. Slowly come back up. If you want to do a cat-cows, a couple of cat-cows, you could do that. You could also send your right head to the right, your hip to the left, side to side. Then come on forward. So place your knees on top of a couple of pillows. Or if you don't have pillows, that's okay. What you want is for your toes to be tucked under. I'm going to take my socks off. So for the toes to be tucked under, even your pinky toe, make sure that one is also tucked under. And then take your seat back. So if you have pillows, you can place your knees on top of the pillows. That'll just take away a little bit from pressure on your toes. So in traditional Chinese medicine, and you just come up to seated. If this is, by the way, too much, you just lean forward a little bit. We're waking the soles of the feet up. We're stimulating the soles of the feet. So in traditional Chinese medicine, there are these highways of energy that run through the body. And so many of these highways that correspond to your organs end at the bottom of your feet and at your toes. For example, your liver, your gallbladder, your kidneys, your bladder, all of these, the highways of energy for these specific organs end at your toes or begin at your toes, whichever way you want to look at it. So we're stimulating a better movement or a bit of shock of electricity to these organs, sending a little bit of shock. So stay here, keep your breath flowing. Maybe you got 3 more breaths here. Also, physiologically, when opening the soles of your feet from your toes, it opens the whole chain of fascia from the bottom of your feet to your ankles, to your calves, to the back of your knees, all the way up to your neck. Your whole body is connected. So slowly come on forward, untuck, take your knees down and just tap, 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 tap. Tops of your feet press down, place them onto the ground, lean back. Maybe you lift your knees off of the ground just to reverse that stretch. So you're stretching the ankles, the tops of your feet. And then slowly come on down. So place your palms onto the ground, come on back to a tabletop. Step your left foot forward. Keep your hands for now onto the ground. Make sure your ankle and your knee are aligned. If you do have something to lift, you can come on up to the your palms on top of your thighs. But if you do have a block, you can place that under your right hand. Sometimes I also just use my water bottle just to have that bit of support here. So stay here. Lift your belly in and up. I'm going to keep my support under my left hand and reach my right arm up. Keep squeezing your right glute a little bit so you feel the stretch in your hip flexor more. And start to lean towards the left. So side body stretch. Keep squeezing, that little bit of a squeeze, like 20% squeeze in your right glute. Inhale, come back up, plant your hands down, inside of your foot. Heel toe, your front foot open, point your toes out. Maybe you walk the back knee further. And from here, you just make small circles with your thigh bone. So when you open up, you could roll to the outer edge of your foot. You really roll back, your foot lands, you come forward, open up to the outer edge. So making that circle with your hips. And then just stay here. You can roll to the outer edge, or your foot could be onto the ground. It's up to you. Your toes are pointing towards 10 o'clock. Stay here. If you have blocks, if you have bolster, or your pillows, you can place them under your forearms. We'll stay here for the next 5 to 6 breaths. I like to rock back and forth a little bit. It's up to you if you want to do that. One last breath here. And slowly come on back onto your palms. Heel toe the front foot back to center. Keep your hands onto the ground. Tuck your back toes under. Start to lean back and straighten your front leg, your front knee. Point your toes towards your face. You can take a seat on top of your back heel. You can place a block under your bum. Keep your chest forward, shoulders back. So hamstring stretch. Won't stay here for too long. Just a couple of more breaths. On your exhales, see if you can go just a little bit deeper. And slowly, as you inhale, come back. So because these poses are a little bit intense, we're not staying in them as long. Step your right foot forward. Your palms on top of your thighs. Come on up to a low lunge. Land here in your lunge. Your block or your water bottle under your right hand. Inhale, left arm up. You can go for a small back bend and look up, but keep lengthening your tailbone towards the ground. Then lean on towards the right. Feel that nice stretch from the tips of your fingers all the way to your knee, the side of your body. Keep squeezing your left glute, 20% squeeze, activation. Take one more breath. Inhale, come back up. Plant your hands down, both in front of you, inside of your front foot. Heel toe your front foot, open, point your toes out towards 2 o'clock. So from here, if it's too much for your hands to be onto the ground, you can have them on top of a block. Yeah? And from here, you can make those hip circles. As you inhale, you come forward, open your knee to the side, reach your hips back again. this time you stay. So you roll to the outer edge of your foot, or your foot is fully onto the ground, toes 45-degree open, your hands either onto the block or down onto the ground, or your forearms down. We're gonna stay here in this hip opener for 5 to 6 breaths. Not too long, just stay here. Inhale fully. Exhale slowly. Deep belly breath in. Slow, long breath out. 3 more breaths. Exhale slowly. Inhale into your body. Exhale out. Last one. Slowly take your palms onto the ground. Lift yourself up. Heel toe your front foot back to the middle. Tuck your back toes under. Send your hips back. Straighten the front knee. Pull your toes towards your nose. You can place a block under to sit on top of. Under your bum. And just shift your chest forward. Look forward. Pull your toes towards the nose. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Come on back. Step back into tabletop. Again, you can make those circles with the hips and the head. Head goes one side, one direction, your hip goes opposite direction. So from here, take your hips back down and come to lie down on your back. Bend your knees into your belly, give yourself a squeeze. You can sway side to side. Keep your right knee where it is. Extend your left leg out to the ground. Draw your knee either towards your belly to massage your belly or towards the armpit to massage the side body. So whatever that feels good for your hip, for your belly, you do that. On the inhales, give your belly a little bit of a space. On the exhales, draw your knee inwards a little bit more. Come back to center, send your leg up straight towards the ceiling, interlace to the back of your knee. So maybe sometimes the knee is bent, your hamstring is really tight. So your leg doesn't have to be super straight, but as straight as you can have it. Have your hands to the back of your thigh or the back of your knee and just pull your leg towards you. Again, your toes are towards your face, your heel is up. So you can walk your hands as high as they would go onto your leg. Then bend your knee and take your knee to the side. Again, the sole of your foot is towards the ceiling. It looks like a half happy baby. So we're doing a lot of hips today. Hip openers. We hold a lot of emotions in our hips, so this helps process, these movements help process these emotions. Instead of you dealing with them in your head, you're dealing with them through movement. Send your leg up and bring it down, all the way down. Bend your opposite knee into your belly, interlace to the back of your thigh, and pull your thigh in. You can flex your left toes if you want to, just to have your left leg active. So your knee is either towards your chest or towards the armpit, whatever that feels nicer for you. Your left toes are just relaxed. On the inhales, you ease off on the pulling of the knee. On the exhales, you pull in. As you empty your belly, you draw the thigh in. Take a couple of more breaths here. Send your leg up straight towards the ceiling, interlace to the back of your thigh, pull your toes towards your face, and draw your leg towards your face. Feel that nice sensation to the back of your leg. And bend your knee towards the armpit. You're in a half happy baby. You can grab onto your ankle or the side of your foot. You know, the stretch you feel is part of a language, different languages the body speaks to you with. So one of the languages is your vision, what you see and how you interpret things. Your mood is another language. Whatever that's happening in your belly, you feel what's happening in your belly, that's another language. And this muscle tension you feel, that's another language. So with movement, with yoga, we get ourselves acquainted with these languages. Because the nervous system calms down, the mind can calm down for you to hear that. Release, bend both of your knees into your belly, give yourself a squeeze, and you can sway. Release your feet down onto the ground. Right leg up, right ankle, left thigh. For thread the needle. So you can stay here if you want, or you can lift your left knee in and have your right arm go through that hole and grab the back of your thigh. Your right toes are flexed, your left toes are chilled, relaxed. And you can add a little bit of a sway side to side. Take a couple of more breaths here. Pull your thigh in towards your belly. So keep this figure four in your legs, but release your hands. Your left foot comes to the ground. Your right ankle stays where it is. Just drop both of your knees towards the right. You can have your arms open or up over your head. If you don't feel much, bring your knees a little bit higher. And right here, you can have your eyes closed and allow your belly to be soft. Just give your body permission to relax further. Full belly breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. One more time. Full belly breath in. Open, exhale. Inhale, come back up, unravel, bend your knees, give yourself a squeeze. Switch it up, left leg up, left ankle on top of your thigh, bring it in. You can have your hands and interlace them to the back of your thigh for thread the needle on this side. Your right toes are relaxing, your left toes are pulling towards your knee. You can add a little bit of a sway side to side. Notice if this side is more intense or easier for you. For me, this side is more intense because my left leg is my dominant leg. But notice how it feels in your body. Last couple of breaths here. So just release your hands. Your right foot comes to the ground and drop both of your knees to the left. So you can have a bolster or block or pillows or whatnot under your left thigh. And there's a little bit of an action in your low belly. Just pull it in and up a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe for the first 2 to 3 breaths. And then after that, let your belly soften. And let your legs be heavy. Your upper body is really heavy. It's glued to the ground. Two more full breaths. Inhale into your body. Let your belly rise and expand. And exhale. Let it go. One more time. Breath in. Fill up. Exhale. Inhale, pull your belly in, release your legs, get them back in towards your chest, and sway side to side. Go for a happy baby here. So you can grab on to the outer edge of your feet. You can even grab on to the back of your knee, or your calves, or your heels. And you sway side to side. Just play with this shape. And slowly release your feet onto the ground. Cross your left leg over your right leg. Then shimmy your hips fully towards the left. Lift your knees into your belly. Drop your knees to the right. So I like to have a block or a pillow under my knee here, so I don't go to overdrive. I just feel this twist nicer when I have support under my knee. And we're gonna be here for a little bit. So let your hips be heavy, your belly to soften. Your head is heavy. Part your teeth, relax your jaw. The twists, they do wonder for your digestive system. They draw the attention of your circulatory system and your nervous system to the midsection of your body. Take a couple of breaths here. Unravel, come back up. Again, reset. Your hips come back to the center. Give your knees a squeeze. Release your feet down. Right leg up, right ankle, left thigh. Your hips go towards the right. Pull your knees into the belly and drop your knees towards the left. I have my block or my bolster under my knee, so make sure you have something there for support. You can have your gaze opposite your knee and your arm open, your right arm open. Little by little, allow this pose to take over. We'll do 3 to 4 more breaths here. On each exhale, you're letting go of bracing your muscles a little bit more, letting go of the weight of your body a little bit more. Each exhale brings with itself a little bit of more comfort. One last breath here. Inhale, come back. Bend your knees again. Give yourself a squeeze. Take your right arm up over your head. Fully roll to the right side. Come into fetal position on the right. You can use your right arm as a pillow. You can get your knees into your belly. You can round your spine. If you have a pillow, you can place it in between your thighs. And we'll stay here. Right here, get comfortable and close your eyes. You want to send your breath, you want to guide your breath towards the back of your rib cage. So this is a practice. Your lungs are three-dimensional. They're like balloons. They can expand in all directions. So see if you can breathe in to the back of your lungs. If the right side of your body down, if you rolled onto the right side, you can notice the left rib cage expanding here too. You got a couple of more breaths here before we come on up to a seated position. Slowly come on up to a seated position with your feet in front of you. So from here, we're going to do another hip stretch. So it's up to you if you want to do more of a deeper stretch or if you want to do a more of a restorative chillaxation stretch. So I'll give you both. More restorative is deer pose. So you cross, you send your feet towards the right and you open up your knees. Your shin and your thigh bones are perpendicular. And you place your block, your bolster, your pillow on the side of your right, on the side of your left hip if your feet are to the right. And you just come on down. So deer shape, and we're gonna be here for a while, maybe 5 minutes, okay? Your other option is to do pigeon. Again, you can place your pillow and then your hip over it. So the soft part of the under your thigh would be over it, and your other leg is behind you. Your back knee, option to bend it, so it's kind of like deer. And then you can use another pillow or a block under your forehead to just come on down. So this is much more intense. You might not be wanting to be in it for too long. Lots of different thoughts will come up. So it's up to you. You can stay in one and then change and go in the other one. You got the next 5 minutes to do so. Notice the type of thoughts that come up for you. There was a quote I read from Gandhi. He said, "Watch out for your thoughts. Keep them positive. Your thoughts will turn into words. Keep your words positive. Your words would turn into behaviors. Keep your behavior positive. It would turn into habits. Keep your habits positive. They will turn into your values. Keep your values positive. They will turn into destiny." So everything goes back to your mind. Keep your mind thinking positively. And one way is to keep pulling your mind back into the present moment. Right now, you're chillaxing at home, you're doing some yoga, some movement, breathing. At this moment, everything is A-okay. If you're in a pose that's intense, you could move a little bit, you could shift a little bit. You got the next 10 breaths. Yogi's Minute. For the last 3 or 4 breaths, notice the movement, the expansion of your lungs through the back body. Notice the back body move as you inhale and deflate as you exhale. A couple of more breaths here. Take your palms under your shoulders. Lift yourself up. Come on back to a seated position with your legs forward. Little jiggle and wiggle. Notice how one side is different than the other. Well, set yourself up for the other side. So bend your knees, send your feet towards the left. Either stay in the deer shape with the bolster on the side and lean onto the side, or you can go to pigeon or deer shape on top of your bolster or your block or your pillow. So if you're doing that, your hip or just the middle of your thigh would go on top of the bolster or the pillow, and your shin is over the bolster, and have another prop just under your forehead. And little by little, let your body just get heavier and heavier. Maybe in this shape, start to focus your attention on the sensation of touch. So if you're not wearing socks and your feet are on the floor or on your mat, feel your skin, your exposed skin against the ground. If you're wearing socks or your clothing, you can feel the skin against your clothes. If your head is resting on top of a pillow or any sort of a block, feel the sensation of touch, the texture of your prop. If your head, your face is on your hands, feel the skin to skin touch. See where your hands are. And what your hands are touching and the texture of what they touch. Basically sharpening your sensations that way. And specifically the sensation on your skin, the touch. So now that you've sharpened the sensation, I want you to pull your attention towards the skin, the space below your nostrils. And notice any tickling, any prickling there. If you can feel the touch of air just brushing against your skin. This is how we practice mindfulness, using the tool of breath to become aware of the sensations in the body. The sensation of the subtle touch of air below the nostrils. So just pay attention to that. You got 10 more breaths here. You can add texture to your breath. You can add control to your breath. So you really feel the air brush against the skin. around your nostrils, below the nostrils. Got 3 more full, conscious, glorious breaths. Slowly come on back up to a seated position. Send your legs forward again and jiggle and wiggle. So have your legs wide. There's a cushion under, there's a blanket under your bum. And you can take the meaty part of your bum out. You can place pillows under your knees. And then slowly come on down to a forward fold. So I have blocks, I can have my blocks under my arm, or you can place a bolster under and just come on down. So make this forward fold as passive as you possibly can. As if you're just letting go. Letting go of our day. Doesn't matter what you did today. You're here right now. Let go of it. You know, our mind is always active, active, active. And our mind is the most valuable, most precious asset that we have. And it's always working, working, working. So sometimes you just want to give it a rest. If the mind gets overworked, then fatigue of the mind will show up physically in the body. And it would show up in the form of a dis-ease. And if it continues, in a long term, this dis-ease will turn into disease. So being mindful and calming the nervous system down, always inviting the attention, this practice of inviting the attention to the physical sensations and specifically to your breath. Doesn't matter what you're doing, if you're practicing yoga, if you're washing dishes, if you're washing your teeth, that practice of mindfulness calms the nervous system down, and it calms that monkey mind down. Basically quiets the mind. So for the next 10 breaths, only listen to the sound of your breath. So this oceanic sound. Last 3 breaths here. You can open your mouth and slowly sigh out the exhales. Palms under your shoulders. Lift yourself up slowly. Remove your props. And come on down. So 2 options. You could come on down and do Shavasana on your belly while your feet are a little bit wide and your toes are pointing each other, your heels dropping away from each other, your hands are just covering under your face. Or you can have your Shavasana on your back. You can have, when you're in Shavasana on your back, you can have your legs open, the soles of your feet touching, or you can extend your legs out. So this last pose, this Shavasana, is your pose. Come to stillness, that most comfortable place you can find. And then close your eyes. With each exhale, let go of your weight. So surrendering your weight little by little by little to the ground. Right here, notice if your head is holding on, your neck is holding on to your head, let your head be heavy. Part your teeth, remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax your eyes, your forehead, the space between your eyebrows. Notice how the ground is supporting your back. your arms, your hips, your legs. You are so heavy. You have nowhere to go, nowhere to be. This is your home. Let your mind drift away. No worries in the whole wild world. Now, I would usually get you back up to a seated position, but this is your place. You could come back into a seated position, or you can sleep where you are. Just the gesture of gratitude. Connect your palms in prayer. Take it to your heart. Just thank yourself for everything you are, for everything you have, for where you are. And I thank you for your energy tonight. May you be happy. May you be healthy. God bless you. Namaste.